today what I'm going to show you is how you break down the source of your macronutrients. We hear a lot of talk about calories and how many calories you should bring in a day, but it's not all about calories. Losing weight is simple complexity. So part of it is calories, which is the quantity of what you're eating, but also the quality of what you're eating is very important. And so that's where macronutrients come in. So I am going to show you how to take 1,500 calories and break it down to a 40-30-30% ratio. In my experience as a health and fitness coach, for the average healthy person, this macronutrient ratio works really well for weight loss, particularly for people with things like PCOS. But again, if you have any diagnosed disease or illness, please consult your physician before you follow any advice other than theirs. So if you have 1,500 calories a day, the first thing that you want to be aware of is for every gram of carbohydrates, there are 4 calories. So it doesn't matter if those carbohydrates come from a McDonald's French fry or a bunch of broccoli. There's always 4 calories for every gram of carb in any food. There's 4 calories for every gram of protein. Again, the source does not matter. And there's 9 calories for every gram of fat. And it doesn't matter if that fat is lard or olive oil. This is the reason why you can't fry chicken in olive oil and think it's healthy, because it's still lots of fat and calories. Okay, so that was a side note. 1,500 calories a day. So the first thing you're going to do, I'm going to actually show you the math, because I think that's really important, because when you get to a stage inside of your wellness program where you want to see what macronutrient ratio works for you, you can go back and you can calculate. Maybe you want to bring your carbs up a bit, maybe you want to bring your protein down. So whatever that is, I'm going to show you how you do that. So 1,500 calories. So the first thing we have to do is we have to take 1,500 and we are going to multiply it by 0.40. Got my calculator on my phone, which is 600. So 600 of these calories are going to come from carbohydrates. We want to do the same thing for each one of these percentage. So for protein, 1,500 times 0.30, if we remember our grade school conversion of percentage to decimals. Okay, so 1,500 times 0.30. All right, 450 of those calories are going to come from protein, and 450 of those calories are going to come from fat. All right. Now we know how many of these calories is going to come, but most people are like, so how many grams of carbs is that? In order for you to figure out the grams of carbs, you have to take this number and you divide it by the amount of calories in each carb. So 600 divided by 4, you're going to have 150 grams of carbs every day. 450 divided by 4, you're going to have 112.5 grams of protein. And now for fat, we have to take that 450 and we're going to divide it by 9. Equals 50. All right? So this is your daily total, how much you should have for the entire day. All right. I'm going to erase this and reorganize it and show you how to break that down for each meal. Okay, so we want 150 grams of carbs a day, 112 grams of protein, and 50 grams of fat. So ideally, you want to have 3 meals and 2 snacks every day. So again, I'm going to actually show you the math. So if you decide to only have 3 meals, that's your prerogative, and you can figure it out the way you need to. So what I need to do is I need to divide each one of these numbers by 4. Why am I dividing it by 4? Because 3 meals are going to all be the same amount of calories, and the 2 snacks together, which is the 4th number here is going to be the amount of snacks. So your snacks is half the macronutrients and calories as your meals, right? So we have 150 divided by 4 equals, if you divide it by 4, you're going to have 37.5 grams per meal. And now, remember that fourth one is for our snacks. We're going to divide this number by 2, which is 18.75. So these are your snacks, and these are your meals. All right. Let's take that protein number. 28.12 grams of protein, and you are going to divide that in half, which makes it 14.06. Clear. Again, 50 divided by 4 equals 12.5, and you're going to divide that in half is 6.25. All right? So for 1,500 calories, and if 40% of your calories comes from carbohydrates, you're going to have 37.5 calories for grams of carbs for every meal, and 18.75 for every snack. Your protein, 28.12 for every meal, 0.06 for every snack, and your fat, 12.5 for every meal and 6.25 for every snacks. So now you know how to break down your calories into your macronutrients, and I wish you the best. Remember to share. Sharing is caring. So every time you share my videos, you're giving the world a big hug. Love the world. Share. Here, up here, up here. Okay, now you can share.